Hey folks, Jeff and Lorena here at Back to Country. We've been staying pretty busy on the homestead and we've been doing a lot of thinking. And if you've been following along with our walks in the woods and other videos, then you know that we got a hell of a problem when it comes to roads. When it rains, it pours in East Texas. For example, the other night we had a big storm that in just a couple hours dropped 3 inches of rain. Well, I've been up here when we got 5 or 6 in that same amount of time, and the bottom line is, when you're building on a hill, all that water wants to run down the hill, and as that water joins together with more and more water, it gains speed and energy, and it just cuts and erodes away at everything. So our roads are looking like the beginnings of the Grand Canyon. So we've been trying to figure out, how do we fix that? Well, our options are, we could spend a fortune and pay somebody to come in and build a proper road with proper drainage. We could do it ourselves and still spend a fortune, or we could try to come up with a better option, because we've already been doing those options, and let's be honest, it ain't really working, and it's just keeping us constantly maintaining those roads. So we've been thinking about it, and we got an idea, and we're starting a huge project tomorrow. So if we look around, we've got our camp up here basically to the north of us, and we always camp in that same spot. And then we come around, we've got our shipping containers where we just keep our tools and stuff, and then we've got our pad where we plan to build our future shop and living quarters, and that's where we're going to start out to be able to move up here. But before we get to that point, we've got to be able to bring in commercial semi trucks, cement trucks, all kinds of things have to be able to get in here. And if we don't have a proper road, none of that stuff's getting up here, because right now I can't count how many times I've been stuck on these roads trying to get the dump truck in and out of here, trying to get the RV in and out of here. It doesn't matter, these roads get tore up and you get stuck. There's a lot of mud, so we got to fix that problem. So down here we've got this area that's just kind of a cleared area where I cleared out when I started building this pad, because the pad is going to extend further that way. And I'm thinking that if we cut a diagonal line from somewhere up here, that's going to get us right down towards the front gate. So that's going to be to the southwest. If we can do that, instead of going straight down the hill, we'll cut across the hill diagonally, and we're hoping that as the rain runs downhill, it'll run at the road instead of running down the road. And that way then we can manage that rain and cut culverts, ditches, etc., so that we can take sections, manage the rain flow to that section, run it through a culvert under the road, and not worry about all the rain running down our road and eroding everything away. So tomorrow our plan is, we're gonna start to cut a line through this forest, all this brush. It's thick in there, it's nasty in there. We don't know what to expect, but what we want to accomplish is we want to clear a good path to where we can study the terrain, where we can see how the water flows through there. We can see what the ground is like beneath our feet. If it's marshy and swampy in there, then that's not going to be a good option. But if we can find good hard ground, and we can also see how the water flows naturally through the terrain, then hopefully we can build a road and take advantage of all that and find something that works. So stay with us, because tomorrow starts the big project.